something completely different. In your heart, you know he's right.
Speaking of LA douchebags, I was debating if I wanted to talk about this, and I'm sure the overall comment's going to be, oh, Hoppe's jealous. Oh, Hoppe's this or that. No. It's something I've been holding in for years. On the various radio shows I've worked on, they at least think they're comedy-based. Most of it's mean-spirited chuck-jackery. But there are comedians that were on. And growing up, I listened to Opie and Anthony and Ron and Fez and Mancow and Brandmeier and Steve Dahl and Rover, Stern, all these shows that had comedians on. So I was like, oh, I can't wait to have a radio show someday and be around comedians. Oh my God, are they a bunch of asswipes? They are all damaged people who don't know how to be human unless they have this thing that's known as jokes. And 9 years ago, cannot believe it's almost 10 years ago. That would have been like talking about 2007 and 2016. It's crazy how math works. I went on the Mike Calta cruise. I believe it was like number 10. And this was before Bert Kreischer got famous. He was cool, you know, a little obnoxious, always, you know. He was doing the Sober October thing, so he was like sober, so he wasn't annoying. But he did do that legendary show where he is called Drunk During the Day or whatever, or Skip Workday. And he got blackout drunk at the Tampa Improv and did a whole comedy set. It's been 11 minutes and 11 seconds. Make a wish, bitch. But the thing that's always driven me nuts about Bert Kreischer is the consistent lying and the consistent ass-kissing from morning radio. And the lying is this. He's like, oh, when I get famous, Mike Calta, I'm going to do this for you and this for you. And I did respect, this is before he was famous. One person knew who he was when we were in like Puerto Rico or something. But everybody was like, this guy's never going to be famous. So I give it up to Bert Kreischer for getting famous. But the thing I don't respect about Bert Kreischer is how he's always like, oh, I'm going to bring you guys along. He did it to my boy Chad Zumach. Oh, I'm going to have you open up for me. And then he did not have Chad Zumach open up for him in Cleveland. And then he's like, Hoppe, I'm going to do this for you. If you're ever in LA, if you're ever doing this, you're doing that, you ever want to be in my movie. Now, granted, I don't think I'm meant to be in a movie. I'm not meant to be on camera. But it was the idea that Bert Kreischer was all about, oh, I'm going to do this for you. It's like, don't say that. Just take a picture, hang out with me, and call it a day. For example, on that same cruise, Ralphie May was there, and I asked Ralphie May at dinner if he'd want to come on my podcast. He goes, fuck no, baby. I ain't doing your shitty podcast. I'll buy you as many motherfucking beers as you want, but I ain't doing your podcast. And it kind of hurt in the moment. But at least Ralphie May was being genuine, and he is the far superior comic. Well, Bert Kreischer, every podcast and every morning radio host is afraid to like piss him off. They're all on eggshells. They're like, are we going to get Hollywood Bert or are we going to get nice Bert? So all these radio shows talk bad about him behind his back, but on air they're like, Bert, we love you. We want your clout. I don't freaking care. It's freaking nauseating, man. Drives me freaking nuts seeing all these people ass kiss. For example, at dinner, Bert Kreischer was like, I have to go on this show called Grover in Cleveland. I don't know who he is. And I'm like, oh, it's Rover. It's my former boss. And he's like, I've never heard of it. So we talked about Rover at dinner. And then like in July 2017, he goes on Rover's show and he's like, I'm a big fan for years. The one thing I did appreciate was Rover tried to throw me under the bus and Bert didn't. But that was when Bert was nice. But now Bert's all Hollywood. He's so cool. Dude, you're so cool. Oh, you're so cool because you're famous. And you got a bad liver. Well, he went on some podcast and was saying that Fiji is no different than Arizona. And can you imagine being a Fijian? You're just hanging out, drinking kava, and this fat slob of a comedian with his shirt off is just like probably walking around acting like he's better than you.
Where's the spot that you've been that you're...
It's called Drop a Pin is the name of the podcast.
That you have no interest in going back to?
If you dropped a pin, he would sprain his back from being fat.
That's a great question.
Ohio?
No. I'm trying to actually think. I know I have an answer for this. I know I have an answer. I'll tell you. Fiji.
What?
I don't mean to shit on Fiji.
No, but you are. This is what I can't stand about freaking comedians and lawyers on the radio. Just trash who you're trashing. Whenever somebody wants to insult somebody, they'll be like, oh, I love you, but, or, oh, I don't mean to shit on them, but just shit on them and don't have the little complimentary line before it. It's phony.
But there's a reason everyone's on the boats. It's kind of like Arizona.
Really? That's not the thing I've ever heard. I know people that go to Fiji to drink coffee or to drink kava. No one's ever gone, oh, it's like going to Arizona.
My opinion.
Didn't expect that comparison.
Not a lot of water in Arizona.
I felt when I was there and they were going through a coup d'etat at the time I was there.
You should probably drink some of the kava and stop drinking beer.
I felt like it reminded me of Arizona. It was very dry. It wasn't very lush. It wasn't. The islands weren't. I apologize, Fiji.
No, you don't. If you apologize, you wouldn't have said it. What a snob, too. You get to travel the world and you don't enjoy it.
Being on a boat was amazing. It was beautiful.
Oh, I was on a boat with my wealth. Again, he earned it. I'm not jealous. But I love, like, if you read the comments online, people are sick of hearing him talk about his money. I'm famous. I got money. Cool, dude.
We went scuba diving. We went free diving. We went surfing. We caught amazing fish.
Can you imagine watching him surf?
We ate great meals, but all on a boat. And I kind of was bummed that Fiji wasn't what I thought it would be.
Yeah, and I bet the people there that met you were not what they thought you would be.
You hear Fiji, you think jungles and forests, and all I saw was f***ing Flagstaff.
All right, there you go. And it's funny, like, I reached out to him. I mean, I guess I'm being a little bit of a phony because I reached out and because he didn't respond, I'm trashing him, but I don't really care. I thought he was cool. I reached out to him on Twitter. I thought Bird was cool, but I knew that he was a phony. And here's why he's a phony. He claims to be everybody's bro. Wow, I'm here for you guys. But then if a certain morning radio show, who's always out of breath, known as Michael Cowhead Kelta, if he says, you can't hang out with Hoppe. He kind of like deserted me and backstabbed me, you know? Yeah, so then you don't get back to me. But when you're Kelta's boy, oh, I'll do your podcast. That's called being phony. You know who's not phony? Jim Norton. You know who's not phony? Jim Florentine. They'll go on people's shows if people hate each other, but Bert's an ass kisser. He wants to be a celebrity, and he became a celebrity, and that's cool that he did that. And I know a lot of his fans are probably listening and going, you don't work at the boat anymore. You don't work at Robert's Morning Glory. No. I have 25,000 of you mutants that listen to me per month. I'm fine with this. I can be my own boss. Anyway, Gen Xers can be such babies and such freaking like blah, 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 blah. Gross. All right, I just had to get that off my chest. I've been holding it in for like 9 years, and I'm not trying to just talk smack. This week, yesterday, I talked smack about Mike Calton, but it's like, at some point, you got to respond, because they don't like the taste of their own medicine. Those big, badass, rich Gen X media personalities can throw all the shots they want, but when someone else does it, they don't like the taste of their own medicine. And you know what's funny? I bet if you were to ask somebody at Fiji what he was like in person, I bet he said, oh, in America, I'm a celebrity. I'm a celebrity. You know what? I'm famous. I made a movie with Mark Hamill that was critically panned, but it's still pretty cool that I made a movie with Mark Hamill.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
RyanHoppyRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
You probably had Taco Bell before.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a